Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to warp text. So here in Photoshop, I'm just going to click on the active layer here for Photoshop, so I'm going to be working on this text. Okay, to warp text you need the type tool in your hand, and then up here you've got this option for warping. So if I click on that, it currently comes up by default with none, but I can choose to arc it. There's my text, it's nicely arched. I can then change the amount of arcing by moving this bend slider. So I could have it go in the opposite direction if I wanted to, so it goes down like this, so I can have it so it's got no bend, or I can even have just a little bit of bend or a lot of bend, however you want to play it with that one. And the other thing I like about this, if I put this just in the middle, so it's roughly on 0, so there's no bend, you can also change the horizontal distortion. So all that does is it makes it go from small to large, so it looks like it's quiet and it's shouting out at you. You can go in the opposite direction as well if you want to create that kind of effect. And of course you could do vertical, that makes the text look like it's falling backwards away from you, or make it look like it's falling forwards towards you. Or you could play with all three and come up with some kind of weird looking kind of shape in text. Alternatively, you can just go in and choose something else. You can just go for a bulge. So if I put this back in the middle and put that back in the middle and then just bulge my text, you end up with this kind of bulge effect. You can go for things like a fish, so it's now shaped like a fish, and all these different kinds of warping options that you can have as well. You can have a squeeze going on, and again you can change the amount that you've got going on just by moving these sliders, and it's really playing around. Okay, so that's how you can warp text there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click OK to that. So that's that piece of text warp there. The other way that you can warp text that I quite like as well is if we work on the hello text now, is if I do a Control T, I can right mouse click on that and I can go to warp as well. So if I go to warp on this, I've got options up here again where I can use the same kind of warping options that we had before. Another thing that I quite like to do with text is I like to do a Control T with it, right mouse click, and I like to change the perspective. At the moment I can't change the perspective on that text, and that's because it is a vector based graphic. So what I need to do is right mouse click over here and I need to rasterize it. Rasterizing the text means that I can't edit it in terms of changing the characters or the words anymore. I can change the color and the size, but I can't change the actual text itself. But what I can do now is do a Control T, right mouse click, and then go to perspective, which is now active for me. And what I quite like about perspective is that you can create that kind of effect with text. So you can have it coming in, and you can have this kind of look like it's going into the page, a really nice cool effect. But you have to rasterize the text first in order to create that.